I came across something fascinating for next March 18th. If nothing goes down, I think I've already done a video on it, but this is something totally different that I just stumbled upon. You see that 327 on the door? If I'm not mistaken, that's the 86th day of the year. So let's take a look at that. On non-leap years, that's the 86th day of the year. So that's a way to code 86, March 27th. Okay. He's dead. He's a skeleton. Got it? I know y'all remember the good old transfer portal of time. Because that's what I was going to look up was March 18th of next year. That just jumped off the page. I had a Bible study and I accidentally did 2 pages worth. So I only had one study that was 11726, which 726 is Antichrist and 117 is rising. And there was no other study. So I multiplied that by the page. Which was page 1729, 1729. And anytime you get a number and a 0, always multiply it by God or 7154. And you see that 4201 in the middle? Well, my Mayday friend will be 14201. I'm sorry, my Mayday friend is 14. How does this work? Hang on a second. All right, my Mayday friend is 14201 days away from Trump, and she will be 14201 days on 318, which that number ended in 116, which is 9/11 upside down. There's a 145, and it sat right in the middle. 4 letters, 4 numbers on the left, 4 numbers on the right, and it's the 4 numbers in the middle. So that's what got me onto this thing. I wanted to start looking at that date through the transfer portal, but as I started doing the math, I ran into something else. The transfer portal goes to that 327, 2020. 327, 2020 is when you subtract 654. Now, 654 is symbolic for going downhill. You're going down 6, 5, 4. Like it's a going down number. It lands on 327, 2020, the Spectre door number when he's dressed as a skeleton, which is the number for 86. March 27th is the 86th day of the year. Not on 2020, it wasn't. When you add it to the transfer portal, you get our October 26th. Subtract it. $327. Forget about it being 86 if that throws you off. That's the door number that James Bond Spectre, Day of the Dead, walked up to, 327. When you reverse it through the portal, it lands on our 86ing day. That is crazy. That's crazy. Now, the 86th day of the year in 2020 was March 26th. When you run that through, it lands on October 27th. Which is when he's dead. He's Day of the Dead. He's dead. He's a skeleton. But anyway, it's just, it's interesting. It's fascinating. But to get us to March 18th, which is, that 4201, that was in the midst. For some reason, I did I never do 2 columns. I did 2 columns of Daniel in my Bible study, so I have no Daniel study tonight. It's just that one study in Corinthians. That's 11726, which we know what those numbers are. Revelation 11:7 fused with 726, which in English gematria 726 is Antichrist. That's 6 times English ordinal or 6 times simple gematria. So if I were to, that's 798 through the portal. 79 is murder. 98 is the book. The 98th verse of Revelation is white horse. It's 798 days through the portal that you get to March 18th, 2024. He would go down on a Monday, rise on Wednesday, which the rising day is Wednesday. That's the day of chaos. And we all know about the TV show Wednesday. Addams Family, train wreck. If we subtract that 798th through the transfer portal of time, you go to November 4th, 2019. It's the 308th day of the year. $57 to go. That is, I don't know, man. I got to go. The thing I found more fascinating is the way Spectre 327, that door number, transfer portals to our event day. And that's James Bond dressed as Day of the Dead, and he walks up to 327 for March 27th. And we were always going, 327, that's the 86th day of the year. Well, no, it's actually the 87th through the portal, because it portals to a leap year. But what's more important is it portals back to the day he becomes a skeleton, October 26th. Transfer portals to 327, which is on that door where he's dressed as a skeleton. That is fascinating. All right, love y'all.